Well, Nathan, it's finished 2-1 here on the road at Macclesfield, and a game really where it ought to have been a lot more.
I think we've been robbed of a point, that's for sure. We've scored a goal, a clear goal. I've celebrated it because I could see it from the halfway line, and the only people that haven't seen it's the ref and the linesman. Disappointing really, because the boys in the second half have been unbelievable in terms of how they've approached it, how they played on the front foot. We've had Macclesfield camped in their own half. Don't get me wrong, they had some opportunities themselves on the counter with two very good wide players. But now I feel really, really disappointed that we've not come away with the draw.
Yeah, and it's one of those, isn't it, where in the second half, a lot of the Macclesfield, I suppose, were happy to sort of try and sit back and defend the lead that they did have, and Whitby, putting the ball into the box, perhaps not create anything too clear cut throughout the half, but yeah, towards the end of that, that's one of those that's really gone against you, one you could look back on in a few weeks' time.
Yeah, listen, it's hard to take. I think I don't think they did a low block by design. I think we forced them into it. They've defended well, as you just said. There was no real clear-cut chances, barring Grattan's at the end there, where he's gone one-on-one and skewed it wide. They've defended well, and that was the same as us at Hyde on Tuesday night. But I've got nothing but praise for the lads. The way they've kept going, they've kept playing on the front foot. They've not panicked. They've took a very good team all the way to the line, and as I've said, I know the boys are earning there. We feel really hard done by today, and it's through no fault of our own. It's just a real poor decision from the officials.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the game as a whole. First half, Whitby found ourselves 2-0 down. It was one of those where it seems a bit of battle going on between Corbin Shepherd and Neil Kengy in particular that was causing Whitby quite a few problems. Well,
Kengy's a good player. He's direct, he's quick. He causes issues at this level of football, and they kept finding him. We couldn't stop it from source, which is what the instruction was for whatever reason. We addressed it at half time, and we did obviously a lot better in the second half with that. But lapses in concentration is what happens in this level and at all levels of football. They've scored 2 preventable goals for us. We had a bit of a slow start, whether that's getting in a little bit late or whatever, I don't know. We'll never know that. But they've gone 2-0 up, and from that point, the lads have been brilliant. They've done everything they can. They've gone toe to toe with them. I can't hide my disappointment of not getting that goal.
Yeah, and you have a big call as well in the first half, the penalty decision. I'm sure that's one that you won't have too many complaints about, other than the way we dealt with it defensively.
Yeah, it was a penalty. There's no doubt about it. We were just letting them get into some good areas. They're very, very good in that final third. The way they move it, the way they move. Well, obviously the movement and the play on the front foot and everything. So when they're firing, and I think first half they showed everything that they're capable of as a football team. Luckily for us, we rode the storm at times. They would argue they could have had a few more. There's no doubt in that. But when you come somewhere like this, you've just got to hang in there sometimes. And we didn't, first half that was the case, but second half we didn't. We really went for it, and I think that's a credit to the players for the courage that they've shown and the bravery. But yeah, it is what it is. We leave here empty-handed, but sometimes you can't control the result, but you can control your performance, and the performance was outstanding.
Yeah, and what gave you that hope in that second half to try and build on something was that strike from Julian Mandel shortly before the break, just getting Whitby back into it. And you mentioned about Macclesfield playing some good football. That was some neat football from Whitby there.
We had a couple of other chances. I think one fell to Gelly, one fell to Fuster. We just couldn't get hold of it. But that's where Junior is at this moment in time. He's in a purple vein of form, and everything he touches seems to go in at the moment. But it was a brilliantly taken goal, but also brilliant from Connor Simpson to put it in his path, really.
Yeah, and it's one of those as well, where obviously now you're coming into this run of league matches. It's games like this where obviously you're coming against an outstanding opposition for the level, but it's one of those where you can't get down about as much. You have the disappointment because you know that on the whole the performance is very promising.
No, without a doubt. I mean, we're hurting because we wanted to come here and get the points. Simple as that. We wanted to come away with something. But as I said, in this particular case, we can't control the result. We should have come away with something, I think. It's quick. We regroup and we go again, but the performance was outstanding. That's how you've got to look at it. We've lost a game, we know that, but it's a top class performance, and we keep playing like that. We won't go wrong. We'll get a lot more points than we lose. So, but yeah, I can't be disappointed today.
No, plenty of league games to come, but it's a break on Tuesday night in the North Riding Senior Cup, and a chance there for you to give a few players the opportunity that perhaps haven't had the chance the last few weeks.
Yeah, players need minutes. That goes without saying. Everyone who didn't play today or only got the parts, they'll start the game. We'll bring some of the young kids in that we've got. Obviously Nick Cranston will get a run out in goal as well. But yeah, it's an ideal opportunity to see some boys in action, get some fitness in, and stake a place for a place in the team next week.
Much, Nathan.